Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 53 of our All the Mods 9 to the Sky Let's Play series, where today we are starting to craft with the dragons, utilizing Draconic Evolution, and figuring out, first off, how it works, because TheAndrata's never really used it before, and then we're going to start working towards automating it, so I'm coming up with ideas. So yeah, let's get started. Welcome back, my friends, to another wonderful day here in the world of TheAndrata with, after a little bit of AFK power, basically burning through my electric bill, essentially, we have now enough resources to be able to create the improbable probability device. So we're going to work on doing that. We're also going to work on getting into Draconic and seeing how we can automate that. I cannot recall ever really utilizing or using Draconic before. I don't know if I've done it in any other series. So I'm interested to see how it works and how I understand some of it from watching like Direwolf and stuff play, but like how can we automate it? I've seen him do it before, but I do not remember it at all. I'm trying to think maybe we could use some modular routers or something like that to help us out. We'll find out, but let's get into it. So first things first, I do want to mention that I did have this work. The rain sensor worked. It changed the day. When the rain sensor triggers, it rained. It actually just changes it to the next day. So it moves time forward. I don't know if it's 24 hours or just brings it back to sunrise. But yeah, it triggered rain and then it moved time to the next day for me. So yeah, we had that going on. Outside of that, I went ahead and set up over here somewhere yonder. Like there's some, that's saltpeter, that's nether star, somewhere around here. I don't even know where. Maybe it's over here. We've got crystal essence, we've got gold, and we've got redstone. And then I put them in the black hole down there in the crafter and taught it how to automatically make it. And if we take a look in our system, we have plenty of everything. 496,000 redstone. We have 225,000 gold. Certus quartz 273. So if we take a look at the 256 million mega storage component, we can make it. Easy peasy. It's going to require 133,000 of that redstone, but we have it now. I'm just trying to think, like, I can't even do this, can I? It's 521 bytes that are needed for this. My CPUs can't even handle this craft. So maybe it was mentioned in the comments by, let me pull it up here really quick. I have YouTube Studio on the side. By Crodrone, that the pack was updated. Well, I mean, I know it is. I'm like 3-4 versions behind. But the quest was updated to only require a 16 million cell instead of a 256 million. So I think at this point, it's probably beneficial for us to update the pack. So yeah, let's continue on with today. Draconic Evolution. Okay, so we'll come back to the improbable probability because that's the only thing that I need. If we take a look at antimatter, like we have, I think 5 antimatter ready to go. I can go ahead and pick one of these up, complete the quest, and then turn in the quest and see, maybe let's roll the dice. What do we get for completing this quest over here? Hey, I got an antimatter, actually. So I got the 2.86% chance. I need to go play the lottery today because my RNG is always absolutely terrible. So now I have 6 antimatter. I have enough antimatter to do everything that we need to do, at least for one singular all the mod star, which is all that I plan on making. I did go ahead and get the ghast, so we have all of this stuff. I have everything available to us except for the 256 million mega storage. So we'll update the quest and see, or update the pack, and then come back next episode and see where we end up. So yeah, improbable probability in the works. So what I'd like to do is start working towards getting ourselves Draconic. However, I know that for Draconic, the one thing I know that's going to eventually end up having to happen is we're going to have to kill the Chaos Dragon, the Chaos Guardian. And this guy, the fight is not easy. This guy is a pain. He is rough, he is tough, and he is in charge. So we got to fight this guy. Now, it does mention in the quests that somewhere here, it recommends getting better armor, of course. Is it in this one? In this one? He uses, man, fight him. Oh, it's tough. There we go. Cool. Click it. You want to use draconic weapons or tools that do a lot of damage. Also drop a ton of damage, good armor, or he will also do a ton of damage. So you want good armor like unobtainium or a mecha suit. So I was taking a look, and the mecha suit is great and everything like that, but I like that we have our enchants. I don't feel like dealing with modules and everything. So I think we'll just go with unobtainium armor. And then, you know, we have all of our absorption and all this stuff. So I mean, we're pretty darn OP anyway. We'll see if it's enough to handle the Chaos Dragon. So we're going to work on upgrading this. I did go ahead and craft us a set of netherite and got us everything we need to get up to an unobtainium. And then I'll work on transferring the enchants over in between episodes. So nothing that we have to sit around and watch. But we can go ahead and upgrade a set of netherite to allthemodium. Then we can take our vibranium and do the same and get vibranium going. I love the celestial manipulator. You can see in the background that night is ending and daytime is coming. And then we take our vibranium and we pop that on. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. And bam. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and what does this look like? I want to see. So let's go ahead and turn our armor on because I generally run around without the armor on. But let's take this off and put the unobtainium. And honestly, I don't know. I mean, the sprite here shows these horns coming off of it. So I was expecting to see the horns, but yeah, I don't see any horns coming off of me at all. Like, it's cool though. Like, we could turn off the, the helmet at least, and then we could see. But, I also like to see my shirt. So, yeah, we'll just go ahead and turn the armor off. Excuse me, boots. I don't know why you went over there. But we need to work on getting the enchants stripped off of this. So I'll do that in between episodes and getting them applied onto here. But yeah, we're pretty armored up now. I think we're going to be okay for the Chaos Guardian fight. Outside of that, the only other thing we might want to work on, knowing that we have Project E, does the comma, not this thing, the Qatar. Yeah. Does the Qatar work on the Chaos Guardian? Can I use this to do a butt ton of damage? Because I know that the Qatar normally can one-shot. The mode Slay Hostile will one-shot enemies. I know the sword can as well, but the Qatar has 24 attack damage, so like it's better. But yeah, what is that going to take? We'll get to that later when we actually go fight the Chaos Guardian. But we need to get to that point. And so let's go ahead and start diving into Draconic. So in order to get into Draconic, we're going to need to start working on doing some crafting. And I want to try and figure out how can we auto craft some of the things, because actually crafting with Draconic's a pain to have to insert things manually. So I know we're going to need a fusion crafting core. And was TheAndrata smart? No, TheAndrata is not smart. I did not teach the system how to make these things. But I think we only need one of these fusion crafting cores, right? This is where the main crafting takes place. And then we need the just base tier fusion crafting injectors. And if I take a look at, what are these called? These are called cores. So chaotic core. That's going to require, and I'm pretty sure this is what's used for the Altamod Star. Yeah, for the Dragon Soul. Also a chaotic energy controller too. But we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 total of these guys. So we need, I mean, at this, we might as well start working towards getting the max, right? If we're going to be upgrading them, we might as well be upgrading them all the way up to max tier. So we'll go ahead and grab the 12 of these that we need. Now, how we set these up, injectors need to be placed on the left and right of the fusion crafting core, a few blocks away from it. They can be placed in a cross shape at a maximum of 5 on each side of the crafting core. So I'm going to need to utilize 3 sides here. So I'll do 4, 4, and 4. I think maybe we'll set this up here because we kind of have a blank space available to it. So if we set this up here, we can kind of do something like this, except it'd be great if you would place correctly. 1, 2, 3. Is this going to work? Really, buddy? Go on to normal mode. Or are these too close? Get off of there. Get off. Thank you. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have the 12 that are needed. Now we have to give these guys power, correct? These each need power. Let's take a look at the quest. The injectors need to be placed in the left and right of the fusion crafting core. So can we only do left and right? Can I not surround it like this? Do I need to actually stack them? So like it can't be like this. It needs to be over here and over here. I don't know. It's a simple fix though. We can just go ahead and 3 and 3. Let's not do that. Let's go to fast mode here because you're getting on my nerves. I mean, it's not a big deal to do 3 and 3, right? If I just do this, there we go. And let's just replace. Let's go back on slow mode. I'm just going to place this guy back down to make sure that it's on left and right mode, whatever, because the quest said left, right. So we'll go ahead and put it there. So now this is left, this is right. That should be back, front. Okay. So we have our setup going on here. I like it. It's beautiful. Now it did say a cross and only 5 on each side. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. They can be placed in a cross shape at a max of 5 on each side of the crafting core. I don't know. We're going to roll with this and see because this says it needs 12, but it says it can only be on the left and right, but we'll see. Maybe this doesn't work. And if I remember correctly, actually, it doesn't. You cannot have those corner ones there. We'll play with it and see. Like, it's not a big deal. Okay, so we have our draconic cores or our crafting injectors going. Let's go ahead and work on getting them power. So we can go ahead and hook up some cables to these. Now, I am going to use modular routers to handle item movement eventually, but I want to do a couple manual crafts here just to see how in the world does this work. And where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? I don't know. So let's go ahead and place these here. So these now have power. They don't have a power single item mode, stack mode. Okay, those are all in single item and or stack, and I can shift through it. Okay, so we're going to utilize these to craft our wyvern tier. Now, actually thinking about it though, what do you require? Okay, so in order to get to wyvern tier, we need these things: 8 total crafting cores and 32,000 RF. I think I'm going to need a button to trigger this because you need a button for this. Okay. And we need to get ourselves all of these things. So I'm going to need a total. If I'm going to do 12 of these, because I have to get them all up, I'm going to need a total of 48 draconium cores. Right? Because it's 2 times, 24 draconium cores. Then we're going to need wyvern cores, 12 of those. And then it said some draconium blocks. We're going to need 12 of these. I have the system. The system knows how to make draconium. It's just literally smelting the draconium dust that we've been sieving for forever. And then 4 diamonds. So now I need the 48. Okay. All right. And this is split. And then this is also split. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Let's see how these things work. Now, in order to do this, we have to actually place one of these in the core, correct? So let's go ahead and work our way through this. Now, this is in stack mode, so I'm going to assume I can like bulk do this. Let's go ahead and set this up. First, let's test, do these corner ones work? Because this is a cross, but then this is also a cross. So if it's a cross that affects it, maybe this would have to be raised up one. That would be the center. And then, I don't know. We'll see. So let's go ahead and throw the draconium cores, wyvern cores, diamonds, 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 draconium block. And then if I take the draconium fusion crafting, the fusion injector, and I pop it in here, 1 or more injectors are too close. Okay, so that's good to know. The injectors are too close. I wish there was like a visual in here. That would be great. All the other quests have pictures of how to do this. I wish this one had a picture. They can be placed in a cross shape at a maximum of 5. Need to be placed on the left and right, a few blocks away from it. Okay, let me correct this. Okay, 2 blocks away. So they have to be placed on the third. 2 block gap placed on the third works. And this works. Like this is 6 of them over here, and then there's 2 here. It's picking up all of the stuff. All 8 things are showing up in here. So I don't know what that 5 cross thing is in the quests, but this is working fine. Oh, we can change light theme, dark theme. So in theory, we should be able to kick this off. I would like to see if we get a comparator, though, what the TheAndrata is looking to see here. I have no idea because the TheAndrata is not a redstoner. So currently, we're getting an output of 1. Now, if I take the item out, that turns off. So the comparator knows if there is an item in there. Now, is that because it's ready to craft? If I take this out and let's say I put my boots in here, it does not turn on. Okay, so it emits a signal when it is ready to craft. If it is a valid recipe, it will emit a signal. So we could probably utilize that if we're going to use, what's that called? If we're going to use pattern providers for this, we can have that go into a buffer chest and have modular routers move all the items and then put the item that needs to be in here last. And then have a create link to trigger this. Would that work? It's a create link, these things, redstone link. If I do this, I could put that there, and then I could put this, say, here. We're going to just test this now. If I throw this in there, will it kick on the craft? Let's grab sure, we'll grab a core. Give me that back, please. We'll go ahead and say you are programmed there. You are programmed to that. Put those back. And then I just need to smack the receiver. Give it a nice little smack. So now, in theory, what should happen is because it's going to be a valid craft, it'll kick this, which will kick this, which will start the craft. So if this works. Okay. See, now we're getting a power of 2. And it doesn't say that it's valid craft anymore. Oh, charging 0%. Oh, I forgot to give these guys power. Okay, so it actually did. It did kick off the craft. The TheAndrata just forgot to give them power. So they can't do anything at the moment. So if I do this, and I do this, and then I give them power again, now everything's happy. Yeah, there we go. Now we're seeing lightning. We're seeing the charge happen. It's doing the thing. And then what happens to the signal? So during crafting, it's at 2. Which I wouldn't care about. And then when it's finished, it's at 3. Okay, when it has enough power, it goes to 3. So while it's actually doing the crafting, not the charging. So what does it kick to when it's done? Or does it just shut off? That's going to be the question. Because if that's the case, this works. Because that can stay on the entire time. And it gets a power of 15 when it is complete. So then we can take it out. So I think a modular router will work. We can use the modular router and just filter what outputs we're allowed to pull out of this. And then this setup is all that we need to actually kickstart it. So the modular router so the modular router will have we'll have like a buffer chest going on here. To hold the crafting items. So we'll have, this could sit right here. That's perfectly fine. We could have a chest sit near it. Sure. Pattern provider could feed into the chest, put the items. The modular router can pull the items out, distributing with a distribution module that we would need more than one. We would need 2 distribution modules because each one can only do 8. So we'd have a distribution module move stuff over onto this side, distribution module move over stuff onto this side, and then a sender to pull from the last items from here. And modular routers operate in order. So they will go in a specific order. So if I have the puller, pull the stuff into the buffer and then send everything to where it needs to go, it should theoretically just work. I think we're going to have to test that out. But that's that's Draconic Evolution. So what I need to do is go through and do the exact same thing with all of these. I have to come in here, and this is why Draconic is a pain to craft with, because you have to do this with every single item that you need. So getting it automated, at least, I mean, even if it's just like a ghetto automated or something like that, not 100% perfect, it's better than nothing. But this system is going to work very similar to how we have Botania over there, I think. So what I'm going to do in between episodes, I'm going to get us up to the Wyvern tier with all of these. Wrong button. Wrong button. There we go. I'm going to get us up to the Wyvern tier with all of these, and then we can come back next episode, because in order to get to the next tier, if I wanted to upgrade to the Draconic tier, we need to start working on making Awakened Draconium to go with this. So I want to go ahead and figure that out, because that's where we're going to need to use the Dragon Hearts. So that's when I'll start working on automating. So I'm going to get us up to Wyvern tier to speed the process up. Then we will work on getting the automation done, and I'll play around with it a little bit in between episodes to see if we can't, figure that out. But anyway, if you enjoyed today's episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. If you see any problems with my setup here or anything like that, please let me know. I'm currently recording these episodes day before live, so I can get your comments because the episodes go live at 7:30 in the morning Eastern Standard, and I don't get home until about 5 o'clock, or it's about 6 o'clock when I can actually start recording. So if you've got tips or anything, put them in there, and I can probably implement them pretty quickly. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.